This is Midday with Maria Shilaos. 3 decades ago today, the body of a 6-year-old girl was found in the Jordan River Canal. The person who abducted, sexually assaulted her, and murdered her has never been found. Her name is Rosie Tapia. Police tell KSL that as of today, there are no new leads. Even after 30 years, the search continues for her killer. Why? Why are we continuing to talk about this? I spoke to the founder of the Utah Cold Case Coalition, Karra Porter, to find out why it's important to keep these cold cases in the front of our minds.
Rosie's parents have not given up hope. One thing about cold cases is that you never know what event is going to trigger basically solving them. I mean, maybe somebody gets near death, or somebody gets divorced and is no longer afraid of the witness, or somebody has just lived with something for too long and they just can't take it anymore. You never know. And so the family has not given up hope.
Police have said that Rosie was sexually abused. Isn't there DNA evidence that could possibly lead to her killer?
She was in a canal, and there was an enormous amount of blood loss. And so the DNA is not what you might find in a situation where if somebody had been attacked, inside a building or, something like that. So there is some DNA available that can exclude, but with current technology, they're not quite able to affirmatively identify the person yet from the amount of DNA that was available.
What do you believe is the importance of us talking about this and getting the word out about cold cases like this?
Getting the word out about cold cases is not just important for the family, but I believe it has a deterrent effect. Every time somebody reads about a cold case that has now been solved, or a murder that seemed, unsolvable, but they've now figured it out, I believe that becomes part of our society and part of the expectations, and I believe it is a deterrent to further crime. So I think it's important to the community for all of those reasons.
Is there some significance with Rosie's case and your organization? I had heard that possibly this helped you found your organization.
It did. We only exist because of the Rosie Tapia case. Her family reached out 8 years ago and just to me and said, is there anything you can do to help on this case? They actually reached out to me as a lawyer, and I got together with the private investigator that was helping them, and then we got together with a retired journalist, and we formed the coalition because of the Rosie Tapia case. So this case will always be dear to our hearts.
Have you seen, success in other cases, other cold cases as a result of your coalition?
We have. I've been meaning to put together a list. We have more than a dozen cases where they have now been reopened due to information that we've provided. We've packaged leads. We've had a couple of cases closed by information that we provided. And so we are helping people throughout the country. We now have hundreds of vetted volunteers, all because of Rosie Tapia and her family.
Any final thoughts for us? Anything you'd like to add that maybe I haven't thought to ask you?
We were pleased to see that Salt Lake City PD is putting a new team on the case, and they appear to be taking it seriously. And if anybody knows anything, not just about Rosie Tapia's case, but about any cold case, if they don't feel comfortable talking to the police, they can call the Cold Case Coalition, or our website is coldcasehelp.com.
In Rosie's case, a spokesperson for the Salt Lake City Police Department says it's still an active investigation, but there are no new leads right now.